Hello guys, welcome back. Ano, I am singer Eternal Voice. Previously, we talked about carbohydrates, right? And the three types of carbohydrates, the simple sugars, the double sugars, and the multiple sugars. Okay? The simple sugars are those monosaccharides, the double sugars are those disaccharides, and the multiple sugars are those polysaccharides. And we give example each and show the molecular structural formulas of each example. Okay, now we're touching another main class of macromolecules in biochemistry, which is the nucleic acids. NucleicAcids, nucleic acids. Okay, or shall we say specifically the DNA and the RNA. Okay, and this is all about genetic information. Okay, mainly on the concept of the genes, the hereditary traits, and the basis of inheritance, something like that. DNA is using the deoxyribose sugar. That's why it is called deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. And then RNA is ribonucleic acid, means they are using the ribose sugars. Okay, like that. So meaning to say they are using the pentoses. Okay, pentoses, which are the bad example of the aldoses. Okay, ribose. Okay, both have common ribose sugars in each DNA and RNA. Okay, so five carbon atoms. Okay, 10 atoms of hydrogen and 5 atoms of oxygen. Okay, something like that. Okay, I want you to know before going further that each nucleotide could either be RNA or DNA has one component of nitrogenous base. What do you mean by this? Nitrogenous base meaning there is a presence of nitrogen. It could be the NH2 or H2N. Just the same. Two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of nitrogen. It could be reversed in the reaction. Okay, but it's still the same. Okay? That is nitrogenous base. And the other one is the pentoses, 5 carbon atoms. Okay? And the last one, we will attach that with a phosphate group. Okay? So this nucleotides have these three components in their molecular structure, something like that. Okay, in order they can have an important role of protein synthesis in our body. Okay, for responsible for creating, encoding, storing, transmitting, and expressing genetic information and genetic instruction to the generation, something like that. Okay, that is nucleic acid. Okay, so before going further, I'm going to show you the different nucleobases discovered Albert in 1880. Albert ALBRECHT in 1880, he identified and discovered nucleobases. Okay, so these nucleobases are very important in the RNA and DNA. Okay, you know what I mean? So there are at least five. These are not amino acids. These are nucleobases pairs, very important for the RNA and DNA. Okay, and then there are five. We have the adenine. Okay, adenine on the right. Okay, because it's very important. Okay, for the genetic information. Okay, between the RNA and DNA. The main difference is that the RNA is only for manufacturing new protein. Okay, new protein synthesis. Okay, that determines the frame and structures and the chemical processes of all living organisms like that. But this DNA encode information that cells need to make a protein. Okay, encoding the information. After that one, transmitting, storing that one, and expressing that one. So that's genetic information. That's why DNA is very important to test, okay, the genes of those infants, okay, or person who really owns that one, okay. For example, I am owning that baby. To prove that one, we will have a DNA transmitting and expressing the genetic information. So all about the genes. So in laboratory tests, that will be the proof that this DNA is belong to you. So that particular child is belong to you through DNA test. Okay, especially if there are disputes who are the father or the mother of the child. Okay, and then there's something controversy in that particular family. So to avoid that one, we need to have DNA test. Okay, so this experimental studies of nucleic acid, particularly DNA and RNA, are the basic foundations in the study of genome, pharmaceutical industries, biotechnology, and forensic studies also. Especially, for example, if there are, rape victims and somebody died, okay, they will get the sample to test the DNA or RNA for that particular dead bodies. So forensic studies, okay, and then it will come out also for genome, genes, the study of genes, okay, like that genetic factor, okay. So that's very important for nucleic acid also, okay, like that. There's a relation with protein synthesis. Okay, because a while ago or last week we already studied or discussing to you some information about protein. So this is related to protein. They work together as nucleic acid and protein. Because the main important role of this nucleic acid is for protein synthesis to produce a genetic instruction or genetic information inside our body, something like that. Okay, so that's gonna be like that. So I'm gonna show to you some molecular structure so that you will understand really the RNA, the DNA, okay, something like that. Okay. But before going further, we need to have a clear definition of this. Remember, these nucleic acids, RNA and DNA, are naturally occurring chemical compounds, okay, inside our body, okay, that serve as a primary messenger carrying molecules. The word there is messenger, okay, like that. So it plays an important role upon that messenger or messaging due to the genetic information, then it will play an important role for protein synthesis, like that. Okay. Another thing also, this nucleic acids, okay, particularly DNA and RNA, create, store, what else? Transmit, express, like encode, okay, genetic information, okay, for all living organisms and all forms of life exist in this earth, something like that, okay. And this is very important also because this genetic information will be transmitted, will be expressed in and outside the cells, meaning to say in the interior or internal parts of the cells, okay, like that, to produce this genetic information or genetic instruction, mainly the genes, okay, like that. Okay. Another definition will be this is a large biomolecules, okay, like that, and biopolymer. Diyan naman tayo sa polymer, okay, that it is very essential to all known, all forms of life, essential in the living organisms, okay, something like that. Okay, and this is information polymers, that is a nucleotide polymers, like that. And this is really the basis of hereditary traits or inheritance, that something to do with the functions of, again, repeated, okay, expression and storing of genetic factor. When you speak about genetic factor, genetic information, that means nucleic acid sequencing. Okay, sequencing meaning structural, like this, like this, like that. And we will draw that later on. Okay, like that. Very clear. And I want you to know also that this nucleic acid is related to protein, related to carbohydrates, interrelated with each other also. Okay, for all living organisms and survival. Okay, understand something like that. Okay, now we will show you. So Albrecht discovered or identified the nucleic basis pairs. Okay, what are those? Actually, we call this canonical or primary nucleic basis pairs or chain pairs of RNA. And then, sorry, it's very difficult really for the terms, right? Because I'm a best biology graduate. Okay. And I am only related to, to that course because I'm a chemical engineering graduate. Okay, something like that. And I can relate some, not all, but there's common subjects between those courses. Okay, like that. So the one who could better understand this course or topic is the BS Chemistry graduate. Okay, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, BS Chem, because they're partnered with BS Biology. And then the BS Chemical Engineering is really more on the mathematics and technology. But there are also rigid or pure sciences, but not really focusing on the deeper science principles, especially chemistry and biology. So this really BS Biology and BS Chemistry, but BS Chemical Engineering can only relate because we have also chemistry. Okay, we have physical chemistry, organic chemistry, quantitative chemistry, qualitative chemistry. In fact, we have also biochemical engineering subject. Okay, though we don't have biochemistry subject, but we have biochemical engineering subject also, and organic. And this four macromolecules main classes, the carbohydrates, the proteins, the nucleic acids, the phospholipids, have an organic chemical structural formula because most of them contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and some phosphates also. Okay, shown P. Sometimes there's also sulfur for that, traces of sulfur, but it is not very common. It's always carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Okay, especially the adenosine triphosphate, which is the source of main energy to all living organisms, contains phosphorus. Okay, and then because of the addition of the phosphate group plus the energy of the sun, okay, through the process of food to phosphorylation, in the process of photosynthesis, okay, like that, in the production of energy from adenosine triphosphate. Oh my gosh, what's the formula of adenosine triphosphate? I'm recall. No need to recall that one because we are now in the nucleic acid. Okay, something like that. And now we will go to the nucleobases. I will have to enumerate that one. There are 5. Okay. I mentioned that a while ago, so I have to write it down. Okay. Somebody will be confused to the amino acids, but these are not amino acids, because it will also end with Ne. Okay, remember the 20 amino acids. Okay, leucine, isoleucine, lysine. Okay, histidine, valine, tryptophan. Okay, tyrosine, threonine, methionine. Okay, alanine, cysteine. Okay, serine. Okay, asparagine, arginine, glycine, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, glutamine, something like that. Okay, so those are amino acids, but this one is nucleobases for the nucleic acid, which are the adenine, okay, guanine, cytosine. It's related to cysteine. You will be confused for the amino acid cysteine, right? Okay, non-essential amino acid, cysteine. And we have also cytosine as a nucleic base in nucleic acid. Okay, cytosine, and then we have the guanine. Okay, see? Guanine, uracil, and thymine. Wow. The only difference there is uracil. Right? It's very interesting, right? The words are very amazing. Okay. And the hormones also, and the enzymes, usually the same, ends with NE. Okay, others. Okay, but others are usually ends in ASE. For example, carboxylase is an enzyme for the, carboxylase in the producing of pyruvic acid, ends with ASE. Like this pectinase, an enzyme that can be found in the skin of an apple, something like that, right? And then we have also the lycopene. The lycopene is not an enzyme, I think so. It's a flavonoid. Oh my gosh. Flavonoid. Oh my gosh, I fool with the terms, right? Flavonoid. This is very important. This is our secondary metabolites. Oh my gosh. Very deep, huh? Okay. This flavonoid is one type of phenolics. So this is very important in the use of medical science to prevent and control cancers or cancer diseases. Remember, okay, and this is a raw material for antibacterial agent or antiviral agents, okay? This has the formulation, this flavonoid, especially the lycopene found in tomato, okay, something like that, responsible for this, okay? So that's why those multivitamins have flavonoid components due to that reason, okay? And vaccine also have flavonoid component, okay? Because there is very important lycopene, okay, which is responsible for controlling and preventing cancerous diseases or cancers, cardiovascular diseases, and this is used as a raw material in antibacterial agent and antiviral agent. So vaccine, right? So you need to know also the characteristic of phenolics, and then the one type of it is the flavonoid. You can see the multivitamins. If you buy multivitamins, there's a flavonoid component. Or if you will buy the vaccine and check the packaging in the ingredients, you can find flavonoid. Okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's no flavonoid, then it will be useless because it's very powerful in killing some bacteria, viruses, diseases, and everything. That's why we need vaccination. It's just because of that, okay? Like that. So we obtain that through phenolics, which is the secondary metabolites. Oh my gosh. May ganon? Talaga? Okay. Going back to nucleobases. Why it is called nucleobases? Because from the word nucleotide. Okay? So RNA is a nucleotide, ribonucleic acid. Okay? DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is also a nucleotide. So the two are nucleotides. So they are a nucleotides polymer. Okay? So these are nucleic acid. So nucleobases, meaning they are the base, the foundation, and they're going to pair with each other and to be occurring in the RNA and DNA. So that I'm showing you now. Okay, like that. Okay, it's very interesting. Actually, this also present in organic chemistry book somewhere in the last part, but we did not touch this very deeply in organic chemistry. Okay, because this is not really our focus on biochem. It's biochem. Okay, biochemistry. We're focusing only mainly on the hydrocarbons. Okay, the aliphatic compounds, aromatic hydrocarbons, and the ring structures like this, blah blah blah, on organic chemistry. But biochemistry is more interesting, as I said a while ago, because it is dealing with life, okay, all living organisms, including the human being. And through that bio term, it also related to the anatomy and the physiology study inside our body, and we can really understand the chemical reactions, okay, the enzymes, and then we can really avoid and prevent those diseases from occurring, or for fighting our defense mechanism. If we have a very weak on slow or no weak defense mechanism or the immune system, then it's easily for us to get to get wounded, to get be injured, to suffer from any diseases, illnesses, and ill health diseases. Okay, so to stop that, we should have an idea about health science in connection with pure sciences, which is biology, chemistry, biochemistry, something like that. Okay, so this medical science really is dependent with the sciences. Okay, that's why we have subjects common with BS biology and BS chemical engineering and BS chemistry. And in fact, the primary course of PhD, doctors, physicians, and MD are BS biology, because it's about life. The word bio, and it deals with the study of life in treating diseases, prescriptions of medicines. So if we don't study the life, then it's useless. So that's the focus. That's why we have to study it. Biology and chemistry, that's why biochemistry. And if you don't know also the reactions inside our body, how can they prescribe well the medicines, okay, for those sickly people or for those people who have disease? So that's why they have subjects of chemistry also, and biology. It's not only the base chemistry and the base chemical engineering, okay. In fact, this pharmacy also have chemistry subjects, this pharmacy, and also medical technologists. Okay, like that. So interrelated with each other. Okay, like that. But for doctors, medical doctors, their foundation is BS biology. Okay, before proceeding for MD, something like that. But mostly, okay, because the study of life, the study of plants and animals, something like that. Okay, and this four macromolecules are being studied by the doctors during their primary course before taking another step to become a medical doctor, something like that. Okay, so this is very important also that we need to understand. Okay, and by the way, also the sequencing of amino acids in protein is determined also by nucleotide sequencing of this code genetic information, coding information, okay, of the DNA, okay, protein. If you speak about DNA related to protein, okay, something like that. That's why blood or semen, semen will be the sample for this in determining the test. Okay, sperm cell, semen, or what is this? Egg cell for the girls, right? And sperm cell for the women, or shall we say, estrogen from the female or testosterone from the male. Okay, and the liquid will be obtained from the father and from the mother, and we will now have the DNA test. Okay, something like that. Okay, we go back to the nucleobases pairs. Oh my gosh. So we have the adenine. Oh my gosh. Don't be confused with the alanine there in the amino acid. Have also adenine. Okay. The spelling is this. Actually, adenine. Okay, adenine. Okay, like that. The formula of adenine is just like a benzene ring, okay? But the double bond is only two, something like that. Because in a benzene ring, we have three double bonds of light attached with the hydrogen. So meaning to say, purely hydrocarbon, because it's covalent bonding between the carbon atom and the hydrogen only. But in adenine, there's a lot. There's amino, blah, blah, blah. There's oxygen, okay, nitrogenous base. That's what I told you, one component of this nucleic acid, okay, to show you this. So 6 sides, meaning polygon that has 6 sides is called hexagon, Okay, so this is the hexagon of the formula of adenine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Okay, the double bond is in the vertical position, and then the opposite is also the double bond, something like this. Okay, and then the amino in the upper portion, amino group, NH2. If I will speak about amino group, that is NH2 already have, and if I speak about carboxylic acid, that is COOH. Okay, COOH, so that we can understand really. Okay, in H2, okay, like this. And then we have only the NH at the bottom part, charot. And then here the double bond of oxygen, and then here the nitrogen. Okay, this is the formula of adenine. Okay, and you can find this inside our body. Okay, through the protein synthesis, through the enzymes that catalyze the reactions. Okay, inside our body. We cannot just see this, that this is really performing inside our body. Okay, we can only see this in the laboratory test. Okay, like that. But there is a formula like this inside our body. Okay, this is adenine, number 1. Charot. Number 2, we have the cytosine. Okay. Cytosine. And then we have the guanine. The guanine. And let's make this more paper because it's very, it's not clear. I need a more clear paper to show to you. Okay. Sorry. And I will go first for the most simple formula because if I will start with the more complicated, I will be confused also. I'll be confused really where to put this one, and your identification will be the band. If you have no idea about the covalent band, then you will be lost, something like that, because you will count the electrons of the outermost shell, something like this. Okay, I will start with the uracil. This is more easy, right? Uracil. Charot. Uracil. Cell can only be found in RNA. It will never be found in DNA. Okay? Like this. So meaning, this uracil cannot pair with others such as guanine, adenine, cytosine. Okay? Because they will be pairing with each other to synthesize the protein so that we can determine the genes. Okay? Like that. The sequencing. This sequencing is very important to have a genetic information and instruction inside our body. It's gonna be like that, okay? If there's no sequencing, then problem, okay? Like this. Uracil will be like this, charot. Let's start with the most common or easy, right? So that we can really understand. Because I start with the difficult one, I will be confused also. Because as I told you, I'm not a biochemist. I'm not a biochemical engineer. I'm a chemical engineer. So there's no word bio for my profession. So it's very difficult for me to study for this also. And I can only relate and I can only expand if I will research more, if I will read more, something like that. I will extract there the information and then relate with my course, with my stock knowledge, and then I'm going to investigate what's gonna be like this, because it's not good also to memorize, and you will never understand the basic concept why it happens like that. You will be lost. Okay, though memorization is very important also. If you have a very high memory retention, okay, especially for the courses that have so many memorization subjects, right? If you will memorize thoroughly, then you will pass also the examination. But it's very also good to understand, okay, and get only the key terms, the key points, okay. because it will be, it will be rumbled and then you'll be confused also. Okay, like that. So uracil. My gosh. Uracil. Uy, nabuang may si uracil. Charot! Like this. Nawala. Jun, hope na dyan ink for this. Okay. My gosh. Hello, guys. Okay, continuing my live stream. Okay, after my routine exercise in the field, in the cricket oval, okay, I will be going back to my live stream after my jogging in the cricket oval, and then let's enjoy live stream again later on. I have still 20 minutes more. There's no problem because today is Thursday, no work tomorrow, 2 days day off, so I can manage to improve my content more in YT live stream and vlogging, right? Okay, but this time I have to stop a little while. I have still 20 minutes. Okay, I have to discuss this. It's very basic for nucleic acid. Like this. Oh my gosh. Uracil. Okay. Ganon siya. Oh wow! In fairness. Ganon siya, diba? Okay. So if that is the case, and it's a double band, and this will be the oxygen. Okay. And then with the H3C. Okay. Like this. And this will be the double band oxygen. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's something like this. Oh, it's happening. Oh. Oh. NH. And NH. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're like this. Sorry. The microphone. I will not use the microphone this time. Okay. Because it is, it is feedback. So it's gonna be like this. Okay. Only one double band in the inside of the benzene ring. This is the uracil for RNA. Okay. At the top, double band oxygen. Okay. Outer double band of oxygen also, and then NH, NH, and H3C. When you attach the NH, this is the clue. There's no double band behind here. Okay. That's the clue. And if you attach the oxygen, it's always double band. Okay, like that, so that you can understand. It's an outer, in the outer, so that you can understand. Okay, the double band of oxygen should always be in the outer of the polygon of the hexagon. That's one clue. And another clue, the NH, you will be attaching that in the carbon or in the corner that has no double band. Okay, like that, and the rest will be H2E. Okay, like this. We have the thymine. The thymine is only for DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay. DNA. Meaning to say, this can only be in this specific. This thymine will never be in the uracil. Okay? And this uracil for RNA will never be here, thymine. So thymine will not go to the RNA, uracil will not go to the DNA during the specific sequencing, okay, in the pairing to produce a protein synthesis in our body, to produce a genetic information for the genes to function properly, something like that, okay? So thymine gonna be like this, okay? Still the same, okay? Like that. And that's NH, NH, okay. And then we have here double band oxygen and double band oxygen. Okay. So your identification already, you can easily detect. Okay. You can easily detect, right? This one. Because the only lost is the H3C somewhere on the side. So that's already the thymine. Okay. Like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, huh? Okay. So you can easily understand. Okay. Like that. Number three, this is now common to both RNA and DNA. Okay, we have the going back to adenine. Cytosine first because cytosine is easy. Okay, talaga. Yes, cytosine will be like this. Okay, like this, like this. Okay, double bond oxygen, nitrogen. Okay, NH2, NH. Okay, like this. Okay, like that. Okay, this one. This is the cytosine. Okay, NH, C, corner, double bond oxygen, NH2, nitrogen. Okay, like that. Time check brought to you by powdered Alaska milk. So I'm gonna continue later. So sorry, I'll never continue this one because I have appointment in my regular exercise. I'll go back after and then I will continue this. Okay? Sorry. Actually, this is my schedule every afternoon. 4:30 up is my regular exercise jogging in the cricket oval. But this time it takes me a longer time to go there because I changed my mind for a little bit. Okay, and I do a little bit of business. Oh my gosh, a little bit of business. Yes. Okay. Business with small profit. Okay, thank you so much. If you think this video beneficial to you, then you can like, comment, and you can even share to other people also as well if you want to. And then you can click the notification bell for some newest updates of I Am a Singer, Eternal Voice. The main coverage or topics of this channel are all about the occupational safety and health, and sometimes it talks about the environment and science in relation to health. Okay, that's why I'm also vlogging regarding exercises, blah blah blah, the right kind of food to eat, because there's a science related to health. Usually, health and science are very complementary with each other. Okay, so that you can have a good health, you must understand science. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So this really science is the foundation of a good health. Okay, something like this. And science also is the foundation to human survival. Okay, something like that. It's the K of human survival, science. Okay, so literally, we cannot survive without science, but we can survive without money in a minimum level. But in the maximum level of perspective, we cannot survive without money. Okay, okay, because money is a gasoline for all of us to eat our food, to buy water, to buy everything. What I mean is that we can still live through nature dependence, such as the plants, the animals, the fruits in our garden. Even though we don't have money, we plant only the trees. Okay, it will grow and we drink water and we will survive. Even though we will not buy baked foods, we will not buy processed foods, we will not never eat fast foods, we can still survive without money. Okay, but we cannot survive without science. This is very clear. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye and God bless. Wow. I'll continue later. Hmm. And oh my gosh. Sorry guys.